I remember last week I had so many things to talk about, and I didn't talk about any of them. Like losing my wallet.
Oh no.
What?
I had been having all these different like ups and downs and just trials and just different things going on, and like I had went up to do laundry one night. It was just a weird night. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go do laundry. I got some time. It's a weird evening, but I'm gonna go do laundry. So I went up there on like a Wednesday to do some laundry. Went up to Safeway to take some money out of my account, and I didn't have enough money in my account. I was like, oh, why didn't I have enough money? And so it was just a small Amazon expense that the monthly fee, the $5.99 or whatever that went through. So that ate into my laundry money. So I didn't have the laundry money. So I had to wait a couple of days until I had some more money. Flash forward to the next couple of days, have $10, go down to do some laundry. I get my change, put some laundry in, go to Safeway to buy some lunch, because this is my routine, is I'll go put some laundry in, buy some lunch, eat the lunch, put the laundry in the dryer, and then go get stoned. And come back and do my folding. So I'm standing in line at Safeway. I've got my sandwich and my chips and my water, and I'm getting ready to get up there and ring it up in the self-checkout, and I can't find my wallet. And I'm like, oh, my God. I lost my wallet.
No.
And I'm looking around in line. Nobody's acting suspicious, but, anyone could have just picked it up and took it. It's like, oh, fuck. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of fucked. Like, I've lost my wallet. Wow. Lame.
Oh, no.
So I start to go back, and I have the change in my pocket to get my laundry dry. So that's a good thing. Like that I do have. But I've lost my wallet with the rest of my money and my ID and my cards and all that stuff.
No.
And that's life. And I'm walking back to... Like, I started to walk out of the store, and I'm out of the store. I was like, God damn, I had it in line, didn't I? Didn't I have it in line? I went back and checked in line and just looked around. I went to the counter and said, does anyone turn in the wallet? No one turned in the wallet. So I was like, okay, fuck it. I give up. It's gone. Moving along. I need to dry my clothes, go home. So I'm walking back to from Safeway on 38th and M to the laundromat and past the Shucks. And there's sushi places coming up, and I see something in the sidewalk. And it's my wallet.
Whoa.
There you go.
That I've been 25 minutes departed from. They're sitting, so I left the laundromat and dropped it, obviously.
Yeah.
And it just sat there in the Tacoma, the cold, hard Tacoma
Wow.
streets for 25
All by
minutes.
itself.
All by itself, sitting there.
Scared. Lonely.
Nobody took it. And I was like, that was a miracle.
Black, gray sky, hello, blue. There's nothing can hold me when I hold you. It feels so right, it can't be wrong. Rocking and rolling all week long. These days are all being free. These days are all.
Are we ready to podcast?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to the MAWPCAST 1 radio program.
Hello.
We're your hosts. I'm Potter.
I'm Chris.
I'm Ashlee Marie.
Yep, we come here every week and we play songs from Tacoma and beyond.
Yes.
Yes.
We're a local
welcome.
music podcast. And that's what we do. We'll talk about
Yes.
random things and play songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Tacoma.
We
Wow. Yep.
Yeah. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
It's
In
cold
the
as
heart of Tacoma.
cold as hell outside.
Yeah.
Well, I guess hell
It's
isn't
cold, but I mean, it's not like ice cold or nothing.
today was not as cold. I was just out there. I didn't feel as cold. Is it really cold right now?
I died today. Well, I guess okay. Well, when I got to work this morning, I had to be up at 4:30 a.m.
Well,
And
Yeah.
that's not today. That was like
that was technically like yesterday
Yeah.
was what it feels like at
Yeah.
this point of
Yeah.
the day.
That
But
doesn't count.
That was freaking freezing. And then I walked outside to go to the grocery outlet, and that was freezing. And then I got it.
It wasn't that bad.
I was in the cold, and I was in the store, and I had the Chili Willies. And then Chris and I were having issues with the keys, and I thought I was gonna die. outside and turn it into igloo.
Like, get in here?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
But I also,
It's
I'm
not
not
that
really
cold.
I'm not really wearing a coat.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put
She
that on
has
me.
a habit of dressing not for the weather at all.
I dress for how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to always dress for how I felt, and then I felt sick so much because of it that I started to dress like you know what? I'm gonna dress for the weather. In fact, I'm gonna dress like I started overdressing, just overdressing. Like most of the time, I'll
Layers.
be well into May or June before I'm taking my scarf off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was wearing nasty clothes, pretty much. Work clothes, you know, and then you just want to take them off. Because you're like, I cannot even... Okay, I don't know if it's just me, but when I get home, I can't even eat before I like take a shower or something. I feel like I don't want to sit there and eat when I feel like that. You know, all sweaty and... Yeah.
Yeah, you want to get the filth of the outside world off of you.
Yeah.
And all those people and things and everything that they've been touching and rolling around in. Yep.
Yeah, I just don't want it. So, yeah.
It's understandable. It's understandable.
You know, but some people aren't like that. Like, some people would rather, like, eat and everything and then take a shower. You know, but everybody's different.
Yeah, I prefer to be clean before I eat.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
generally
Yeah.
speaking.
Yeah.
There are difficult things, like sometimes eating at work, depending on what your job is, and having to eat, like transitioning from a, like, whatever kind of work to lunchtime and then back to work. Those are awkward.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was really hard for me today because it was my first, like, morning shift
Oh, yeah?
for this new job. And I was just like, man, I was just cleaning and touching this. And now I can't look at a sandwich or nothing. I don't want to eat right now. But, you know, I sit and I drink some water, you know.
Yeah.
But usually I eat in the car before I go to work. That's usually how I
Yep.
do it. Yeah. I sit there, I listen to some tunes, read a little news, and eat
Power up.
eat my sandwich.
Listen to a little Barney to prepare yourself.
Well, the only downfall of that is you get tired because you're sitting there and you're like reading. You got the warm, you know, the heat coming on, and you're just sitting there chilling.
And then you get thrust into the terrible world, horrible, cold,
Yeah,
desolate.
yeah.
I'm practically narcoleptic. I can fall asleep almost anywhere, anytime. If I close my eyes for a few
I know, me
seconds,
too.
you might
I'm
wanna check
almost
on
that
me.
way too.
I wish I could do that, but I can't. I get too
It's
anxious.
a superpower. And it's a wonderful one. Yeah, it's like time traveling. It's like, man, I need to be somewhere in a couple hours. It's like, man, go to sleep.
Yeah, our friend is like that. He can fall asleep anywhere. Friend Mark.
Yeah.
I, in my life, have had some great moments of it, like in a room like this with bands practicing, and I'm just going to go to sleep while the band's practicing. It's like, yeah, it's nice and cozy. It's just like home.
As long as they don't draw on your face.
Yeah,
then you're
that's
good.
what you got to watch out for. But those days are long past us. Like, and I'm not a heavy sleeper. Like, it's not like I'm passing
Do you
out
just
drunk.
wake up and they're all gone?
It's been a while, you know,
Oh.
since something like that's
Or
happened.
you just pass out with one band
Wake
playing,
up
you
and
wake
you're-
up to a totally different band playing.
Yeah. Or just a few homeless guys from outside chilling in
I
here.
think I
with
passed
you.
out in the Bonzar room a couple times, and
The old one at PPU.
yeah,
Yeah. That was all about passing out. And
Every time you guys say that, I instantly go too. You down with OPP?
PPU is Practice Pads Unlimited.
yeah.
Pew pew pew.
Um,
Pew pew pew.
I remembered the other day. I remember moving in there, and we had a room that used to belong to Tramp Alley, and Tramp Alley was a
Alley.
famous glam band, you know, in town, and they had broke up in that room, and everyone who had that room before or since apparently it broke up. His roommate, the room was cursed.
Oh, it's
The
cursed
legendary
room.
roommate was cursed. When we moved in, and we're getting to know people. Oh, what room you guys in? And he's room 8. It's like, oh, that's too bad. It's too bad because you guys are nice guys and it's a good band. It's like, what are you talking about? Oh, it's cursed, man. You guys are gonna break up. No, we're not. What are you talking about? This is bullshit.
My.
Well, it was true. We broke up. Everyone did.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be true, but that's just everybody forming their own
Yeah.
realities.
Yeah. Reality is often formed by that, by
Yeah.
people just saying things, and it's not. It's true now.
If it doesn't go this way, it's just not right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not the way it's supposed to be. Well, what else is new? Let's see. We watched Boba Fett.
Yeah, Boba Fett.
How's that going?
It was going pretty good.
It's going pretty
Mandalorian
good.
was on there.
Yeah, he showed up,
Mm-hmm.
and he got a new ship, and they're all putting it together and stuff. And I was thinking that it was so familiar, and then I realized that it was Anakin's old ship.
Oh, from when he was a little kid.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, the
no, it was the
yellowish
yellow
one.
one from I think episode 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if I'm
Yeah,
not
it was
mistaken.
a piece of
Episode-
crap, and
yeah.
they fixed it up.
Yeah, but I mean, it was when they got it put together, and it was pretty awesome. It was nice.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's an exciting day. The new Ghostbusters is out.
On the streaming.
Yeah,
Red Box.
Red
that
Box
right?
and stuff. Yeah, so I gotta check
That
it out.
movie
'cause
is
I've been
supposed to be
excited.
coming out forever.
I know. Well, the pandemic kind of screwed that all up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our whole movie life
Oh.
has been disrupted, which ultimately I don't mind. I think that things need to be shaken up and disrupted from time to time.
Yeah,
Makes for the better things to come.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
sometimes.
I
Well-
don't really know where this outcome's going.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
We're just in it.
There's, we went through a lot of that in the last few years of like people like defund the police or take down government or do this thing. It's like people are all about changing things without a solution. It's like you need to have like options first.
first one.
You need to know where you're going. Like now sometimes institutions are corrupt and they need to be torn down, and there is revolutions. They need to happen. This is, again, part of that process of life. But there needs to be, like, a viable alternative to things before, like, things are just disrupted entirely most of the time.
I
Like,
agree.
people often go off half-cocked. There's lots of precedent for this in history. There's the Martin Luther, who I probably referenced on the show. He was just this guy who was entrenched in Catholicism in like the 1600s or something. I don't remember. 15. I don't remember.
Wow.
Long time ago. But he was just a priest in Catholic Europe, and Catholicism ruled everything and controlled everything. And one day he just realized this isn't what the Bible's about, and he wrote a bunch of complaints and he nailed it on the wall of a church, and this set forth a bunch of events that splintered off. What we then got was the Lutheran Church, the not Catholics, the Protestants. Is that what you call them, or whatever? Anyway,
I'm the worst. to
the whole point of this long convoluted thing is that like this one dude just threw a fit and started this revolution. Now, in the wake of it, like at one point, a lot of people just went nuts and rioted and thrashed shit and
Right.
destroyed a bunch of religious stuff and just did some things. And he's like, oh, that's not what I fucking wanted at all. Like, I didn't want anything like this. I didn't want it to be violent. I didn't want it to be like, I didn't want you to destroy church stuff. I liked that stuff that you
Right.
destroyed. It's like, that's a bummer. You didn't do that for me. Like, anyway, he was all cool for the most part until he got a little senile at the end and like saw the devil everywhere and hated Jews.
Oof.
But apart from that, it was good up until that
Well,
point.
he was senile, though.
He got senile. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. Like,
Yeah, that's when you lose your mind.
he threw an ink. They used to dip their quill in ink and write, and he threw
Oh, yeah.
his ink bottle at the devil. He was there, bothering him. He's like, get the fuck away from me. I got stuff to do.
Oh.
Something. I don't know. I wasn't there. It's just, that's the legend. He was interesting.
I don't think you were there back in that time.
There's a really good
That was a long
documentary
time
on Martin Luther that Qui-Gon Jinn narrates. And, like, I'm instantly interested in it because Qui-Gon Jinn's telling me about this guy the whole time. And I'm like, tell me, man. Tell me all about it. It's just, like, pretty rad.
It's funny though that it's not funny, but it's almost kind of like, wow. He threw his ink at him and said, "Take that!" And the devil's just like, "You inked me, man." Like, there's.
Oh, devil's probably like that. I don't know. Probably not phased by ink.
You inked me, man.
Oh, that's what happens, I guess.
Yep. That's right.
I guess it's song time.
It is song time.
Time to tickle your ear hole.
Mm-hmm.
That's some funny business.
Okay.
Stop. Rewind. Well, you know there's no way to turn back time. We're killing ourselves with the knife we hold, and the look in our eyes says it's growing old. Look how pretty things can be when just you and me. Look how pretty things can be when we separate our reality. Stop, rewind. Oh, you know there's no way to turn back. Time for you to get up and get back to your routine. You either fake it till you break it, or you finally come clean. Hear the cracks as you walk over painted glass dreams. If you could see the other side, you know that nothing's what it is to see. 'Cause I was once an open house to come look around it. Even when it's empty, it feels too crowded. Look how pretty things can be when it's just you and me. Look how pretty things can be when we separate our reality. We can't take it anymore. We're both knocking at the door. We've seen all the signs of temptation. Still resides too. We take a walk, we ride, start it up again and stop this time. The way we want to stop, we find, start it up again and stop, rewind. Stop and talk, we take a walk, rewind, start it up again and stop its time. Contrary to what we thought we find, we start it up again and stop, rewind. Look how pretty things can be when it's just you and me. Look how pretty things can be when we separate our reality. We can't take this anymore. We're both looking at the door. We've seen all the signs of temptation. Serious out too. We've seen all the signs of temptation. Serious out too. We've seen all the signs. We've seen all the signs of temptation. Serious out too.
shit. I'm tired of it. See you in the real world.
Holy fuck, finally found time to write poetry about sex, drugs, rock and roll, and some mystery. And honestly, I've been drowning in my misery. The self-induced karma blues, repeating my own history. Bad decisions hold my veins like veins of blood, and my lungs simply love all this bud I puff. And I'm hypnotized by some fucked up seductive smut. I'm trying to fill this hole that's cut inside my gut. And at the end of the day, all I have is myself. This world is such a lonely place, but there's some comfort in hell. I watch her shift through the shimmering shapes, but she makes sure not to show too much of her face. I ask her if she'll explain more of this strange place, but she just laughs and sends me back with such grace. I borrow some morals from El Diablo and jam out to Les Fiers de Kilimanjaro. My face is warped like Pablo Picasso. I'm a loner known as Surreal Desperado. And at the end of the day, all I have is myself. This world is such a lonely place, but I guess I'll stick this one out.
Hey, what's up? This Messiah putting it down for the Northwest. I'm never stressed. Live from Tacoma, about to take you on an adventure with Black Caesar, baby.
Sweet sunshine coming down, running round town.
Putting it down for Hilltop, East Side, Inglewood, ATL.
Sweet sunshine coming down, running round town.
All my niggas in DC, all my niggas in Brownsville. Too many fools is locked out. I'm laid back, smoked out, off the indica. They like, hey fool, you way too sinister. Prime Minister, designer shrine cinema. After this break, I go and capture a snake. It's like raising Isaiah, face down saying my prayers. Different than I first did it, reverse pivot. These guys was prophesied, so shall it'll be. Is you feeling me? Rock to my soliloquy, cause you ain't LSD, MESS, still a hate, nigga, yes, yes. Yo, cause it's to the death, yo. I'm sending you all of my love, master the stress call.
Sweet sunshine coming down, running round town.
C-Town, O-Town, St. Louis, Alabama, New Orleans, Hawaii.
Sweet sunshine coming down, running round town.
Approach the
Shit, nice the sight of a hopeless kid. Folks is big, it's raining dope, my partner slinging coke to live. But I wrote will give y'all some fight, it bring back to sense. Negative figures and little niggas that's clapping shit at rap events. What's happening, bitch? What really goes on? When you can't hold on, slave to your own brainwave and been feeling the same way for so long. Your song didn't give me life, like my life gave you some insight. Under dim lights, my pen write one more knife up in your windpipe. Begin flight off the chalice, wax scrolls, behold the challenge. Revelation and control, these other rappers can't hold their balance. Walk slow, recognize what me and my niggas done fought for. Touch of the deepest things and people's game before you talk, ho. Gang affiliation, retaliation, I creep back. With love to send the homies and tenderonis that let me sleep at. They crib during the hard times, get on to what we call grind. Snakes in the way, damn, a nigga can't wait till the day that we all shine.
Sunshine, coming down, running round town.
Peace to all my niggas in Virginia, Louisville, North Carolina, Florida.
Sweet sunshine, coming down, running
Came
round
so far, shining so low. Back in the days it was like cold hard to your head with the crowbar. Funky like Humphrey Bogart, born cypher, freaking like the last of the Mohicans, 5 deep in the Chrysler. Emmanuel at the annual, player function. Fool, y'all ain't saying nothing. I'm marinating the cut then. I overthrow the castle. They got my baby bro in shackles. I blast you.
It's Black Caesar, Cruise, Cadillac, and Mac Divas. Fuck y'all busters, a nigga hustle to stack his re-up. Cool again, man, he can't be all in the club with fancy drinks. I got the stanky dank to lit up in the sun like candy paint. As I twist some more, hoes say he's cold and sick with Joe's. One of these 100-degree summers in front of the liquor stove. Those dying and killing fast. 2 houses down, they dealing halves. Or some of that dirty white, off into the night, I'm sending mad.
sunshine, coming down, running round
West side, north side, south side, east side, we ride, nigga.
Sweet sunshine, coming down, running round town.
Hey, bottom line, this shit is the bombest shit in the world, baby.
Sweet sunshine, coming down, running round town. 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 Sweet sunshine, coming down, running round town.
I don't wanna doubt it, never wanna be without it. I need you, I need you. I think I need you, I need you. Oh, I don't want it to end. So tell me what you're thinking and just tell me again. Tell me what you're thinking and just tell me again. I dig you, baby, 'cause you're like the sun rising to me, rising to me. You're like the sun rising to me, rising to me, rising.
headache all day. I sense it coming over the hill. I see it and I feel it and I know it's real. Oh, I don't want it to end. So tell me what you're thinking and just tell me again. Tell me what you're thinking and just tell me again. I think you, baby, 'cause you're like the sun rising to me, rising to me. You're like the sun rising to me, rising to me, rising, rising to me, rising, rising to me, rising.
We're almost back.
Yeah, we can be back.
We're back, Jack. Nobody's name's Jack here.
Jack.
Okay. Hi, everybody. We are back.
Yes,
Heard some
we are
songs.
We heard some great songs too.
Yeah, it was a
We sure did.
weird set of songs. Because that's what happens when you have no plans and you don't know what you're doing. You're like, oh my God, I got to play songs right now.
You would just pick.
Yep.
Or went.
You heard
Pulled out of
the-
a hat.
You heard Stephanie Ann Johnson doing You're Like the Sun. And you heard Black Caesar doing Sunshine. Because it feels like I was out in the sun today. And I guess that's
Yeah.
coming through.
I saw the sun today.
Yeah, it's there. It's good to
Yep.
know that it's there. You heard Nick Tie-Dye doing Surrealism. You heard Kramer doing Me in the Real World. And Cashing in Karma started us off with a song called Fake It Till You Break It.
Yeah.
Fake it till you break it.
They're a great band. They got great songwriting skills. I like
They
it.
do. They're excellent.
Yep. He's actually in a couple of projects now, I think, isn't he?
You say he, like
With the
but-
lead singer.
Okay,
I'm
well,
sorry.
that's a specific member of
Yeah.
a band. That's not the whole band. The whole band isn't a he. No one knows what you're talking about. We're not mind readers, Chris.
I know. I try to correct myself.
What's his name? Johnny?
Yeah.
Johnny.
Yeah.
There it is.
I think he's in a band called Babe Wave, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, yeah. Kind of interested in hearing how they're doing. So,
I was walking around today. I saw more people today pooping than I'm comfortable with.
really?
Yeah. I was downtown walking by, just past the old Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
locks,
uh-huh.
yeah. I was just past that, walking down on that sidewalk, that side of the road. And, they've got these cutouts there. They've got the poles that hold up this car garage.
Uh-huh.
And then there's these cutouts with trees and bushes growing out of them.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I know what
And so I'm walking along and I see someone sitting in those bushes as I'm walking along. And I was like, yeah, don't think too much of it. They're just leaning against the pole. But they're leaning against the pole pooping. Yeah, it was a woman. She was pooping. I didn't really realize it until I was right there and then turned to make eye contact and smell the poop. And was like, oh, pardon me. Excuse me. Later on in the day, I'm there at Wright Park, and at Wright Park, someone's decided to remove the doors off of the bathroom stalls there.
Oh, no.
And not only but there's not one but two different people in there using the toilet, just pooping away with no doors on the toilet. God bless them. They got to. You got to poop.
you gotta poop.
Yeah.
It could be me. That
Yeah.
could be me right now.
Right.
I think the point is there's a serious dilemma. I've touched on this on the show before. Serious dilemma of bathrooms in this town.
There just isn't any.
There isn't any. There was 2 public restrooms at the bus street on Commerce, just up above where I just saw that lady pooping. But those are no longer active. I think, again, this is all stuff I think we talked on the show last week.
Yeah.
Probably. But
Well, yeah, I had some kids find poop in a hall, like a little outside breezeway.
Yeah.
But they had the papers on top of it. And, but
You
everyone
can't
gotta
get on
go.
your fingers or nothing like that. I mean, yeah.
So,
I just wish they didn't pick my work too.
well, it just happens to have those discreet little cubbies. You'll find
Yeah.
poop in those all the time.
Oh, yeah.
pardon me. I listen to this Pat McAfee show sometimes. He's a sports guy. He interviews a lot of sportos, and he had Marshawn Lynch, famous Seahawks running back, on his show one day. This was, I think, a Super Bowl last year, maybe. And Marshawn Lynch is now living in Sacramento or something, or at least owns a business there. I believe it was. I could be wrong. I could be saying the wrong place. But wherever Marshawn Lynch owns his bar is where he was. And Marshawn Lynch was talking about, walked into work one day and just was all stanky. Like when he's open, someone took a dump right here on the, they just took a shit right here on my doorstep. I was like, what the fuck is this all about?
Oh,
So he's like, he confronted some people about it because there's a lot of, I'm paraphrasing, but also quoting, there's a lot of dope fiends running around, you know? So I confronted some people about it, and like, no. But then they had a guy fess up to it. And so, long story short is, like, we put him to work. He's like, now I got old Willie, like, sweeping up around here, and I don't got people shitting on my steps no more. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's like, Willie was in here just a few minutes ago. We were cleaning up right before I did this interview. It's like he just went home.
Oh
like,
my
it's
gosh.
good, feel good story. People need places to poop. They're human beings.
Yes.
They deserve
Yes.
to poop with dignity.
Well, it's something that it's got to
That's
be done,
true.
regardless of whether you like it or not. It's got to be done.
Yeah.
You know, no offense or buts about it. Unless
It's a crisis. They're going to be, in fact, I thought it was supposed to be starting today, that they're running this encampment out that's under the bridges over here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they've got a lot of encampments, and they displace them periodically, but then they just strengthen the numbers in other ones or pop up new ones in other areas. So, yeah, but this big one is supposed to be getting moved out, right?
The one on Puyallup Avenue?
No, right here. Right here under the bridge.
They always move it. I mean, I know, it's exactly what you just said, because it's like, they move it, they have nowhere else to go. So they just go right back down to the street. And then they get moved. So then they just go right back to where they just were. So it's just like...
Yeah.
And then, like you said, it gets worse almost every time. It, like, seems to double every time. It's just... I know that they have nowhere to go. So it's like, you know, what do you say about it? There really isn't much other than...
There's one smaller one. It's up on Tacoma Avenue, just a few blocks away from the police station. And it's like, it just takes up this corner. And it was just a mess. I'd walked by there a couple times and it was icky. And then I'd walk by there again and it was very cleaned up. Like, all of a sudden it looked like a little community. And I was like, oh, it touched my heart. They care. And they're trying to live better. But then it just, it goes back and forth. But I went by there very recently, and so a very cold night, but someone had a tent with a fire in their tent. Like, it was like, now what they were trying to achieve, I understand, but how they're going about it wasn't working out very well. So they just had the flap open and smoke billowing out the thing. And obviously they probably had the floor cut out because you couldn't just, easily.
You got to have the whole in the center.
The top,
of the top.
You need a bit of a little bit of space for it to go too. Like you can't just. It was a dome tent. Yeah. Like it's like there's.
That's
like,
just not safe.
It's not. Yeah, it's not safe. Like there was someone in it. I was like, just walking by, I was like, the smoke was so bad.
I
like,
could just smell it.
Yeah, it was so bad.
I could smell it through your story. Yeah, because you just sit next to a fire, and you're outside in the woods, and you stink like it. It's a nice... I have a love-hate with it. I like the smell, but I think people
But that,
know,
I guarantee, is going to smell better than probably what they're burning.
So...
Yes.
I frequent all kinds of places, see all kinds of people, and just even casually in Safeway, you'll run into just all kinds of things. So I'm in line and I smell a person who smells like a campfire, and it's not offensive. And I just stopped down on it and analyzed it really hard because it's like, why isn't this offensive? Because it's a strong odor. Like, it probably makes that person self-conscious. It would make me self-conscious if I was smelled that bad. But I'm saying bad, but it was just strong.
Like wood does.
Well, it's like when you've been out camping all week.
Yeah.
And everybody has like the extra few days off after camping. and you're the only one that don't, and you gotta get up at 7 a.m. and take your happy ass to work, and all people have been saying to you all fucking day is, God, you smell like a campfire. And you just smell it.
Yeah.
It's in your pores.
It's permeated, every fiber of your being.
It's in your hair.
You could put as much perfume or cologne. It doesn't even matter. You're just going to smell like a smoky flower because that's
nice
just how it
flowery.
is. Flowery?
Oh, smell flowery.
Flowery? Oh, so we watched Halloween Kills.
Is that right?
And everybody knows I'm a big Michael Myers fan.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't watch it.
I have a big collection. I've always loved it. I've been kind of not liking the newer movies. And the big portion of it is I don't really care for a lot of the serial killer movies. I don't love murder. I don't like that people
So it's a suspense.
get murdered. I like the suspense of it. And if it's real life stuff, I'm not watching a show to see why or how someone got murdered. It's more of I just want to know the reasoning behind the story or who they are. Now, with Halloween, I always loved it because it always left you with a little bit of suspense. Yes, he choked him out. Sure. Yes, he slashed some people. Yes. But it wasn't so gory that you're literally seeing every single detail and hearing every single crackle and pop of a bone. And it was just like, I know that it said Halloween Kills, and I know that it's about him killing everything in sight, but it was no holds barred. Like, this was insane. He, like, every 5 seconds, I'm just like, and it didn't even really, it correlated with the previous movie that was just out, but not really. It kind of was just like him killing for 98% of the movie, and then 2% Jamie Lee Curtis and her daughters, and then all of a sudden her daughter's getting murdered. Oh, sorry, spoiler. She's getting murdered, and I'm just like, what the hell? And the actual story of the movie happened for like 5 minutes, and the original Halloweens revolved around the story and revolved around the characters. This was just fucking nuts. I just didn't care for it, and I felt like the characters, even though a lot of them were the original from the original movie, and the old actors came back and the actresses came back, it almost felt like there was still a disconnect between them and their own character. Mm-hmm. It felt like they were coming back to something that they didn't remember or they
relate to anymore.
Correlate or love, or they were just doing it because
it's almost like they forgot the character, so they were trying to do it again, but it was off.
There was times like you're saying in that Bill and Ted's remake.
It was that kind of like dry acting of just. There wasn't anything there, and I like Jamie Lee Curtis. I think she does a great job every single time.
It wasn't believable.
Movie, but this one just wasn't that believable. She was the most believable part of that whole entire movie. Mm-hmm. She just was. Because the pain that she was feeling for her children, the pain of her wanting to kill that motherfucker, especially after he did that to her kid. Yeah, like that was probably my favorite part of the movie because it resonates with the originals. Mm-hmm. But I'm pretty sure this next one that's going to come out is probably going to be the same freaking...
I feel like you gave a very astute critical analysis of this, and you're spot on. Like, I follow a lot of movie punditry, just people talking about film.
Yeah.
More than I watch it, because... and to be fair, I always have. Since I was a little kid and I wanted to see movies that I couldn't go and see, I'd listen to Siskel and Ebert tell me about them. And quite often, I'd be like, oh, I don't actually want to see this movie. Yeah. Like,
it doesn't sound as good anymore.
Yeah. And it's not because they liked it or disliked it, because they weren't.
That's how they described it.
Exactly, because I'll tell you what, they could be impartial, and they could also like things that were off color or in bad taste. That like it was weird, but they could. They had a very, I forget, but they were very fair, a fair assessment of things. Like now,
If it was believable, they let you know it.
or just good art. They were able to see a thing for its art and not just say, "Oh, it's trash." They said some things were trash too. And again, I didn't agree with all the things they're saying, but they were able to tell me about a thing, and I was go, "Oh, I want to see that." They hated it, but I want to see it because that's what I want from my thing.
And sometimes you want to watch a weird movie.
Yeah.
Like someone says, "Hey, this is a really weird movie." You're like, "Well, you know what? Let's see." But I get what you're saying. Sometimes someone describes a movie, and then I'm just like, I don't really want to watch that now.
Yeah.
You know, that doesn't sound
Sometimes
that
I'll
good.
watch it, even if the acting's bad or something like that. It depends on what the story is.
Yeah.
If it's a good story and it makes sense, the story makes sense and stuff, then I'll watch it. You know, even if it's a B-rated, you know, whatever.
Oh my God, I didn't buy chocolate today. Damn it. Sorry.
Why are we supposed to buy chocolate?
To eat.
Oh.
I know.
Sorry.
I understand that. That's the worst. And when you're at the store and you're like, no, I don't really need that. And then you get home and you're like,
Oh boy, I really needed it.
God.
Yeah. I wish
Dang.
I had that now that I remember that I saw it there.
Well, my mission is to find the Lil Debbie Ice Cream. So they just came out with all these different Lil Debbie Ice Creams. They got the zebra cakes. They have the oatmeal pie, honey buns, cosmic brownies, and strawberry something. Strawberry shortcake. And they just came out. They're only $2.50.
For like
Little pint.
a half a cup.
Well, no, it's a pint. Or, yeah, like a little...
Yeah.
Yeah, at least like the
However
good,
much it is.
Yeah, but you know
About 2
the
bites.
Butterfinger and the M&Ms and stuff like that. It's always like $4 or $6. So it's kind of neat that
Yeah.
they're only $2.50. But I think it goes with the fact that when you get a box of Little Debbie's, they're usually $2.50. So I think maybe
Gotcha.
they're just kind of sticking with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I am not a Little Debbie
Fan.
connoisseur. Is that
Yeah.
Connoisseur.
connoisseur?
Yep.
What's a connoisseur?
I don't think that's a word.
Well, you're making up words. That's
I
what you're
always
doing.
say it like that.
Yeah. Probably cheat at Scrabble too, huh?
I can't play Scrabble because I don't know. I don't know words. I know some,
It's okay.
but I don't know about A-E-I-O-U. If someone said buy a vowel, I'll be like, buy an owl? Hoot, hoot.
Speaking of owls, the Cincinnati Bengals and the LA Rams are going to the Super
Yeah.
Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super
I
Bowl.
was so glad that the 49ers didn't make it. And then you saw that
Yeah,
who was it? Tom Brady retired.
Oh.
I heard that he may retire.
He's in the talks
Yeah.
of retiring.
And the other guy retired.
Which other guy?
Green Bay Packers guy.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers is done.
Is he?
Aaron Rodgers.
I
that
think,
right?
I think he's
Yeah.
done because people are making fun of him now, and he's not. He don't want to be made fun of. He's done. He don't
He's
like it.
like he does these interviews on that Pat McAfee show every week, and he's pretty grounded. Like
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
like a lot of people hate him. Like just hate him.
I think he just made a mistake
Listen, a lot of people hate Tom Brady too, just passionately hate
Yeah.
him.
for no reason.
People hate success and they hate
I've been
losing
kind
to
of half
guys.
deflated after I heard his retirement.
You what?
I've been feeling kind of half deflated after I heard about his retirement.
Oh gosh.
I think that hey, listen, Tom Brady showed us that he was a really, really good quarterback, and and Aaron Rodgers has shown us he's a good quarterback year after year after year.
I do think it would have been cool to see Tom Brady take
Another
the
one.
Buccaneers to the Super Bowl.
There were a lot of really good stories this year. The Bucks going to the Super Bowl would have been a good one. The Kansas City Chiefs going to the Super Bowl would have been a good one. They're both like worthy teams with great quarterbacks. The Packers going to the Super Bowl would have been a good one. That's so weird that all these. I mean, just for the narrative. Yeah. They're worthy teams though, and honestly, the fact that none of them did go, I love that none of them went. I'm not a fan of the Bengals, but I respect.
I'm glad that they put up the fight though.
Yeah.
This stuff.
It is pretty cool to see the Bengals go.
Yeah, like again, I'm not a fan, but I respect this team.
I mean, the Lions even did pretty good this year too.
The who?
Lions.
I don't know if the Lions.
Detroit.
They did okay. They didn't.
Comparative to last year, I think they're just like dogs last year.
But Matt Stafford, who was on the Lions, is the quarterback for the Rams now, and like he finally, like after spending his whole career in Detroit, languishing in obscurity. Well, they had moments. They had moments. But the thing with Detroit is what they say that Detroit's cursed because Detroit didn't pay Calvin Johnson, the what was his name, Megatron. I think that's his name. I think that's the guy.
Megatron.
They didn't pay him. They've stiffed a couple guys. They've done wrong by a couple of their great players, and because of this, people say that they're cursed. The computer's cold. It needs to be closer to the heat.
It needs to be warmed.
Yeah, it's not doing anything. This is also, I find when the computer's not being used, it then gets cold because it's not being used. Stop. So we should go to songs.
All right, let's go to songs.
got a hold on me, all of your own, baby, with your aching both worry, I'm turning into history, but don't be absurd, you know that worry's just a burden. If I can't stand to see you hurting, I won't be working my way towards the curtain. That's my word. Baby, that's my word. I know you're still scared. You got good reason to be wary. After all, it's not like we're married, so where's your guarantee? But you're still my girl. You know the worry's just a burden. 'Cause if I can't stand to see you hurting, I won't be working my way towards the curb. And that's my word. Baby, that's my word.
Say it. Come on, come on. It's the law.
It's gonna be
Come on.
more than you can handle.
I
More than you can
What we
handle.
gotta get, girl?
Money, money, money. When you see me, got them talking about money, money. Cash out for the whole damn team, never running out of money, money. Nothing in life is for free, and you know that money don't make us, but it's fun to stun on them haters, so we love that money.
All the mob and the baby, I'm just a problem. But she still choosing and fuck around with the mafia. Go get us, they getting it to the guala. She call me Biggs, I'm living life like a shotter. She like my Glock with the beam, she wanna rock with the team. I got her twisting my dreads while I'm twisting my weed. Hella jugs on my line, tell them slide to the team. Cause I stay on the grid, butter, sugar, and the cheese. Gas beef with Cuddy Caleb, wanna feature the player. Smoking on wedding cake, Betty crocking the cake up with a bad yellow bone. That lemonade type of flavor, and the boom, 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 booming out on layup for that money.
Money, money. When you see me, got them talking about money, money. Cash out for the whole damn team, never running out of money, money. Nothing in life is for free. You know that money don't make us, but it's fun to stun on them haters, so we love that money. We spending money without counting. Hooked up with shoulders, money being pound. Hustle strong, and we on. He got me in the booth making new songs. Now my eyes so cold, so crazy. And you know, we know that money don't make us, but it's fun to stun on them haters. So we love that money, money, money. When you see me, got them talking about money, money. Cash out for the whole damn team, never ran out of money, money. Nothing in life is for free. You know that money don't make us, but it's fun to stun on them haters, so we love that money.
never be on the right track until winding rough. Yes, the road is lonesome, darling. You can't leave me there. But if you wanna be on the right track, you gotta move along with me. You'll never, never be on the right track until you move along with me. It's a lonesome track, it's a winding track. You'll never, never be on the right track until you move along with me. Darling, yes, the road is winding rough. Yes, the road is lonesome, baby, but you can't leave me there. If you wanna be on the right track, you gotta move along with me. You'll never, never be on the right track until you move along with me. But it's a lonesome track, it's a winding track. You'll never, never be on the right track until you move along with me. No, you'll never, never be on the right track till you move along with me. You'll never, never be on the right track till you move along with me. Never, never be on the right track till you move along with me.
Radio just sucks.
Generally speaking, it does. I can't argue it because I don't listen to it because it sucks, largely. I love radio, and radio doesn't have to suck. It doesn't.
It does.
It just does. And largely because what we were just talking about off air, or one of the songs we're playing, was the corporate involvement of it has a lot to do with it.
Making
Payola.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Payola Gate.
We just heard a slew of songs. That's right, everybody.
Yes.
We're back.
Hi.
From a set of songs that we just
Hello.
picked out of nowhere.
Hey, mate.
You heard Thunder Appeal by Harkonnen.
Thunder Appeal.
You heard Shoulders, Deloke, and Caleb Nash doing Money. Now, they used to call this record Love and Gangsta, but they changed the name of the record.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love and Gangsta?
Yeah, like that like, but now they're like,
What's
I
up,
guess they were like,
cuz?
but no one knows who we are if we call it Love and Gangster. We should put our names on there. So they put their names on there instead. That's what happened. We heard Lauren Napier doing Right Track. Now that's with Vic Ruggiero, also, I'm pronouncing his name
Right
improperly.
track.
I forget.
No, that
They
was
do
an
a lot
older one.
It was newer, but it's an older song that they were doing their rendition of. And before that, we started it off with "Kinda Lame" by Stargazy Pie. I don't think it was so lame, but that's just their artistic interpretation of their moment in time.
This should have been paradise.
Yep, knocking on heaven's door.
Okay, so today I was texting one of our older friends and just checking in on him. Just like to see how he's doing every once in a while. And he hadn't responded to me yesterday. And all of a sudden today I get this message and I was kind of like, man, what the fuck do you mean by that? And what he said to me was, so, how's your knee job doing? Or no, how's your knee job career? And I was like, knee job career? What are you trying to say right now? So then I was like, well, I guess this is a good old Google, little Google search. And so I looked up.
She's got to read it because it's so classic.
What?
So classic. And then when you find out what he meant, it's just like.
So I looked up, what does knee job career mean? And this was at 3:45 p.m., guys. Okay. Knee job from the Urban Dictionary. A knee job. Oh, yeah. And if you're not 18, close your ears. A knee job is when you wake up at 2 in the morning and your old lady has jammed her knee into your C&Bs and is rubbing it like she either wants to bust them. ... Okay, but what is a knee job? Meaning and definition from slang divine. Knee job. When a girl traps a man's penis against a wall and rubs it violently. Short for KJ, that bitch wouldn't put out, so I told that hoe to give me ... And then it says, what kind of career do most amputees have? I am a below the knee. It goes from...
And what he really meant...
New job?
New job.
Yeah. I knew what that text meant.
But it was hilarious that it actually
know.
meant that. I was just like going, are you kidding me?
Well, I was like... I knew he wouldn't say something like that, but at the same time, I was like, what are you trying to say? Are you making a joke? Is there a slang
just a typo.
term that I
but
don't
she sent
understand?
him a picture of what that typo said, which was why she was kind of questioning his.
Yeah, well, now it's in your Google search. And,
oh man, it's hilarious.
Can't get rid of that one now. Oh, I know. Chris was in the shower, and I was messing with YouTube on the TV because I was taking pictures from my phone and putting them onto a hard drive. So normally I just do like the live stream thing where you take it from your phone and then it goes to the TV, but I actually had to use like the TV. So I'm all messing with it and I'm trying to figure out what the song was called, and the song's called We Are Young by the Juveniles. And I'm all looking up When You're Young, Juveniles band. I'm all looking up all these things. And I'm like, that don't look right.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a song that was playing on my iPod at work. But it was from my iPod from when I was younger. And I didn't look down at my iPod to see what it was. So I'm all thinking... I'm singing it in my head going, I know it's like by this band. I think it's called Juvenile. But yeah. But the song is called When We Are Young by the Juveniles. It's a good song. Yeah. He sings very low. It's not gonna last long. That's just very low.
I see.
It's a good song though.
Yes. Very low.
But yeah, sometimes when you look stuff up, it don't look right. It's not really what you're trying to look up.
Yeah.
It just comes out that way.
Like knee job.
Well, I think that people
That could have went way worse than it did. That could have totally 100%.
But that's just hilarious
all
that
the
it came
way.
out as that though.
So just
I
as
must
much
have
as
been
you were just
stoned.
over analyzing these things, it's just as likely that people underanalyze things that are there because all miscommunication, especially in text, is so easy. And people are trying to be simple and concise, most of the time, But if you're not simple and concise, the recipient doesn't want to understand. They're just irritated by this book that they have to read. It's like, oh, I have to scroll. Fuck this,
Yeah.
And so they're disinterested in what they're reading, and they're not as invested in this, what could be very important. Or it's so easy to just gloss over a detail or misread something, especially in a text form. It's a tiny little message,
And when you're stoned, your brain
drunk,
ain't going all the way.
whatever. Yeah, I can't imagine being drunk and trying to live through texts.
All I remember when I was drinking a lot is me looking at a phone and it going woof woof. It's like it's like windshield wipers. You're like, and you're trying to figure out what everything is, and then you look at it the next day and you're like, I tried.
I give myself E for effort.
Yeah.
And if they don't know you and know your drinking habits, then you really shouldn't be texting them anyway when you're hammered. If it's
drunk texts is
if it's mom's
usually
and
aren't-
she knows you drink a lot, it's fine. She's gonna be like, "Wow, did you have too much wine?"
Happy again, I see. Cheerio.
We've been British a lot of this show.
Did you get the Grey Poupon? By the
So
way?
Grey Poupon.
Got a
That's the
Poupon.
first thing that we said when we got here. We asked him if he had any Grey Poupon.
Well, I just rolled down my window. I
Classic.
said it because I saw some throwback commercial the other day or something that had that on there, and I thought it was kind of funny.
We were watching that show that we were talking about. Yeah. I still don't know who the host was. I'm still going to say Mike Rowe, even though I think that's the guy from Dirty Jobs.
Yeah, that's the guy from Dirty Jobs, but that wasn't the guy that was doing it.
God, what the hell? Hold on.
What the hell?
I watched a bunch of cartoons last night. Not a
Any
bunch,
good
but
ones?
a few old Looney Tunes, Daffy Duck and
Nice.
Bugs Bunny and stuff like that. Just some of the classic ones like, Dodge, Duck, Spin, Parry, Ho, Robin Hood Duck. That's a good one.
That's good.
Where Daffy Duck's with Robin Hood. That's a classic.
I saw one on it was on a YouTube thing that was cartoons that you think were on drugs and stuff. And I had a cartoon that showed Slowpoke Rodriguez in it and stuff.
Yeah.
So Speedy Gonzalez and Slowpoke Rodriguez.
So I watched some of these cartoons, and I also watched a couple of probably hour-long documentaries on like Bob Clampett and Fritz Freeling and a few other of these guys. So just got a lot of clips and different just absorbing these different things. Again, I like to refresh and just watch them, and I like those artists and creators and getting insight into them. And it's fascinating and funny, and they were hilarious. A lot of those cartoons were just hilarious, and they touched on like Speedy Gonzalez and Slowpoke Rodriguez and how Slowpoke was hilarious, but he spoke so slow that it took up too much time in a show. It's like, we need to speed this along. He can't be in too many shows.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to bother me because I was looking something up and then I was listening to you guys.
I'm sorry. I didn't
and
mean.
now I'm lost.
I knew you were. You're lost with what we were talking about, or
You
what
said I said what the hell and you made fun of me. I said what the hell and you made fun
that
of me.
show. You're looking for the host of that show.
Yes.
Yeah. What?
Oh yeah, the freaking Mike Rowe guy. Here we go.
Yeah. It's not Mike Rowe.
I know.
Yeah.
We've already determined this.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
I'm trying to figure
some
out
other guy.
what his name is.
I was trying to fill time while she looked.
Oh,
I
I
didn't
know,
mean
yeah.
to distract her from
Well,
looking.
you're fine. I'm just saying I got really lost.
It's okay.
See, that's when we got to turn off her headphones.
What she's
Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe.
That's
yeah.
why I kept saying
Rob
Mike
Lo-
Rowe.
Rob Lowe's the host of what?
Rob Lowe.
This show
Traveled
that
back
had,
in time to the 80s. The 80s
Yeah.
top 10 National Geographic.
Yeah.
I was close, man.
Yeah.
Rob Lowe and Mike Rowe, man, I was hitting it
One
right
or
on
two
the
shots
nose
of vodka.
there.
They're the same.
They're the same.
Yeah. Like,
That's so fucking funny.
so the show, what is it about? What do they do? What goes
So
on?
each episode, there's like, I think there's just a few. There's not a whole lot.
So what about the
But
70s,
he's a
80s,
host.
90s?
And, well, he's only done the 80s one. So I
Okay.
don't know if they have all that. But it is pretty much the same show that VH1 Classic used
Gotcha.
to have back in the day
Yeah.
that says, I hope
I love the 80s.
the new millennium.
Yeah.
I love the 80s. And so it's that. It's like all these people sit
But it was like the best
and talk.
Gotcha.
You know.
Yeah. And so one episode was about 80s fashion. And Meatloaf was on there.
Okay. You mentioned this, yeah.
Yeah. And so then one episode was just about like the toys. So what were the top 10, Rubik's Cube, and all that. So I always like those shows. I think it's kind of neat to also see a lot of the people, especially the younger people now that are now in their 40s, that are now getting on the shows and talking about their experiences as like actual children of the 80s and not teens of the 80s or adults of the 80s. Because a lot of those shows are based on an adult's version of that time. So it's kind of neat to just see like one of the girls from Saved by the Bell was on there talking about like the stuff that she bought, you know, and that was kind of like her time because she was like 13, 14, you know, a little bit on the younger side living in the 80s. And it's just kind of cool to hear her insight of what they wanted and what was cool.
Yes.
So yeah.
That's rad.
Yeah. Because I mean, a lot of people just talk about Don Johnson.
Uh-huh.
You know, when it comes to the older folks, you know, which is awesome too, because everyone knows I like Don Johnson, but it's just silly to me. But yeah, those are fun. I love the 70s. I have that on VHS tape.
Is that right?
That's how old.
Yeah.
Do you still have a way to watch it? You still watch VHSs?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. We got a VHS DVD combo.
Rad.
I mean, I wouldn't say we watch it all the time.
No, I understand.
But yeah, we have a whole closet full of VHS tapes that we kind of just don't.
A lot of
But I like
band
concert,
ones.
yeah, like
I have a lot of
Metallica
band
boxes,
ones,
and we have the Led Zeppelin series one, and a whole bunch of random things.
Cool.
Like the,
Yeah.
oh yeah, bunch of cool Iron Maiden ones, and
That was when Goodwill was cool, though, and you could go and find that stuff. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, you can find it now, but I'm not going to pay $40 for a Goodwill find that may or may not work.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know, at least with the gamble back in the day was you get a 70-cent cassette, and you know what? If it didn't work, at least you got the cool little pamphlet that said Bryan Adams on it for 70 cents.
yeah.
You know, it wasn't a complete loss, but it's just ridiculous. They have stuff there that I'm like, what makes you think that this Dolly Parton album that has 5 dog bites on the side and half the name scratched off and it says to Jeremy on the top? What makes you think
Look
that
like
that's
somebody
worth
carved their initials in the
$15.99?
vinyl and stuff.
It's not worth that much. And it sucks because it ruins things, and it's reason why everything's losing its magic. I feel like it's one domino after the next of things losing their magic.
Well, there were so many years of stuff like that just being garbage.
Yeah.
Like, it was, you couldn't give it away. And there's still such a glut of stuff in there. Engelbert Humperdinck records, you know?
Right.
And just these shit that's just like clogging up the system that maybe one day to someone will be worth something, but probably not. Like, and so I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that because it's so I guess what I'm saying is that some things they do start to become valuable as they, even after that long, right? So someone like her, someone's still going out and getting those records and reusing them, where they're not doing that with Engelbert Humperdinck.
Right.
Engelbert Humperdinck's, those same records that were bought originally and hardly ever played are still sitting on shelves, places, still not being played.
Years.
While people are getting Dolly Parton ones and using the fuck out of them, right? Or Led Zeppelin ones and just wearing them down to their nubs. And so then the scarcity then does come into play. There might have been billions of those originally, but after time and people making use of those used things, then the value does start to finally come to the surface after a while. So not that record is worth $15.99.
I think that they realize that kids in this generation are liking records and are going
Well, they were
thrift
just following
shopping.
the market.
Well, but it's a thing that kids actually go and do now in like middle school. I'm gonna go thrift shop after school, and so they've taken that and said we're gonna make money off of this. And they kind of did skyrocket the prices for a while, especially the records, because they're like, well, they're gonna buy it's AC/DC, even if it's broken.
Yeah, I think
Because it's nostalgic.
I think I got 8 or 9 AC/DC vinyls that look like they were played once, and I got them at Goodwill, and I got them all for $1. So it was like less than $10 for like nine albums. Yeah, and the covers are perfect and stuff like that. So
I mean, you can still, like, I'm not going to say that you can't go to Goodwill and find a good find, because you can still go to Goodwill and find a good find. Also, just like Value Village, like every once in a while, they don't really realize what they have.
It's hard to be that all-encompassing and all-knowing about everything.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so sometimes you get lucky and you see something, you're like, whoa, what the fuck? You know, like,
sometimes it glows. You can see it from across the store. You're like, oh,
that's what happened
that's
with
my
this.
find!
When I got that SM58 mic from Value Village,
Oh, yeah, that
I saw it
was
on the
an
wall,
expensive
and I
mic.
thought it was a picture because it was perfect condition. And I walked up to it and I go, oh, that must be a fake. I picked it up. As soon as I picked it up, I felt the weight. I knew it was real. And I just looked at it. It says $7. I said, it's mine. And then I thought, because I make lights with microphones and lights with drums and stuff like that. So I thought, well, if it's bad,
at the very
I can
least,
still make a light out of it. At the worst, took it home, worked perfect.
Yeah.
That's great.
Used it for probably a year at the club and stuff. I mean, awesome.
That's rad.
So I got my my little Mackie powered speaker too. Got that there too. And then that was like what, $20? And it's like a $300 powered speaker and stuff. Which this crazy lady said, oh, that speaker was busted as I was carrying it out to my car. And I knew that it worked because I plugged it in and I just cranked the volume and I could hear the hiss. So I knew that it's functioning in one form or capacity. So if I had to swap a speaker out, whatever, and then it was $20. So I was like, going $20. I mean, I could take that gamble at that time, and it was a very, very good gamble. I've used that speaker several times. It's great.
Yeah.
And I got another one too. That was a little bit more beat up. But it was a different brand, but it works just as good. And I got that one for $15. But that was like maybe a $150 powered speaker, but it's still another powered speaker. Still. Same size speakers, 15-inch with the 1-inch horn in them and stuff. So awesome. I can make them sound equivalent because both got equalizers on them, so I can make them sound the same enough to use them. So it's cool. Gotta like it.
That's right. It's time for songs.
That's
where my mind is at. It's in songs now.
Song time.
Lion
youngins out here trying to see a dream. I'm my eyewitness, I'm doing the same thing. It starts with a vision and pursuing turns to cream. When you get it, let the whole crew sing. We done put in the time. Screaming but ain't sleeping, a 24/7 grind. Putting in them hours while they was playing the game. We was off the sofa, but in it looking for change. And now that we done found it, it'll never be the same. 1 for the maker, then 2 for the paper. 3 hits for the 5, I just threw on the reefer. 6 in the driveway, deuce to my neighbors. 7 different riders for every 8 haters. Rhymes that dot ya, how 9's an hour later. Lines that's prophecy, you want them now or later. No squares in my circle, a tendency for bangers. Exhausting every way that we can make it. Shrink rapping a dream that we trapped in and trapping the crack. Music we bagging in the back of the lack. Action and bragging on where we gon' end up before it even happens. Rap with an anger pinned up, rewind with a passion. Speaking about tomorrow, we do it in the past tense. Overcoming trials and already looking past it. Ever since a child, man, I always had tactic. Breaking lunch money down, they gon' get the mad in. Haters gon' get the maddest when you making your round. Make it part of the passion, that's why we don't slow down. Become the trending topic without ever pushing pounds. I'm a star, motherfucker, I shine and show out. Swear that I'm the nigga that can shut shit down. Taking all this over and it starts right now. City on my shoulders, inside I post the man. When I get the crown, this will be around like we done put in the time. Screaming but ain't sleeping, a 24/7 grind. Putting in them hours while they was playing the game. We was off the sofa, but in it looking for change. And now that we done found it, it'll never be the same. Strong, green long, we out for growler. Peeling like a Percocet in my all black Impala. Ringtones on hella biddies phones. I am easily the reason he's stressing when she not by him. Coast to coast ripping on my west coast. Niggas say I might be the realest, he a wild card. Watch him raised up top, but I started from the bottom. Now they like you can't see him be like I rep YM. So stone cold on the flow. WWF, what the fuck you in the game for? You ain't giving niggas what they came for. When these rappers rock bottom, I swear I can't fall. I do it for the niggas that I grew up with. Haters I got into it with. All of the women that walked on top of me like sewerage. Man, I'm a king, check the tag in the ring. Dead fresh if you judging by the tag on my feet. That's the LV logo with a polo and the Spurs in my old school. Horsepower, driving hella postal. Pony Express, really I'm only the best. She looking at me like she seen a ghost. Say it with your chest, or better at your neck. You finna make an early toast to the bread, cause I'm cooking and I swear I got next. So give me just a minute just to catch my breath. I swear that this has been a long stretch. We done put in the time. Screaming but ain't sleeping, a 24/7 grind. Putting in them hours while they was playing the game. We was off the sofa, but in it looking for change. And now that we done found it, it'll never be the same.
Let me in a circle.
it said shout out. Hey, love's good to be a fucking yeah. Good times go, we won't never quit. Down for love, see it through the end. We got tough, life is rough, do we trust, death and crime. I remember a better time. Put my punk records on. I'm in the better time. We bump off this and shout out. Hey, that was good, we did a fucking yeah. That was good, we did a fucking yeah. I'm in a better time. That was good, we did a fucking yeah. I'm in a better time. That was good, we did a fucking yeah. I'm in a better time. That's good to be a fucking yeah. I remember a better time. Dark, cold heat coming through, coming through. Dark, cold heat coming through my aching bones. Nobody said it was easy to be alone. Somebody finally calls you, it's a salesman on the phone. Does it hurt to find the boy inside is crying? Dark, cold heat coming through, coming through. Dark, cold heat coming through, coming through. Dark, cold heat coming through the window pane. The heat is on, but it's a baseboard heated thing. And the lady next door's overweight, but you won't hear her sing. Could it be that she ain't singing, she is crying? Dark, cold heat coming through, coming through. And the neighborhood is good, like a small town always should. But the blame is put on me for the change. What's wrong with the car that I drive? Does it matter that we thrive on cutting down my life just like a tree that grows so straight? Dark, cold heat coming through, coming through. Dark, cold heat coming through my troubled song. I like to take the worms and feed them to my throng. But all my friends are residents and they say that it's wrong. Do you think that I should move far away from here? Dark, cold heat coming through, coming Deep
Louisiana still in the city, so it's been told. 200 for pity, like liquid gold. It takes a sip to get your life beyond the wind. Guaranteed to lose your breath, that good old Louisiana blood runs cold, and suddenly lo and behold, the poison is taking a hold of your body and soul. Reality's losing control. The poison is taking its toll. It's cruel and delicious before it's done. It'll leave you suspicious for weeks to come. When it's all gone, you've been searching for a friend. It don't take long for the good old Louisiana blood runs cold. Suddenly, lo and behold, the poison is taking a hold of your body and soul. Reality's losing control. The poison is taking its toll.
See, this is what I love watching too. Look at that.
Yeah.
Those landing.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, so badass.
Yep. That's why we've
I'm
got
just
people
amazed by
living
that.
under our bridges over here.
What?
That's why we've got people living under bridges over here, though.
Because they can land
Yep.
rockets?
Because they can land rockets backwards, upside down, or fly them like
Oh,
magically.
okay.
Yep. It's because of that people are starving to death and eating like garbage off the ground and pooping in bushes.
We're like that close to it too, and it's just so crazy, But it's true. It's like you're rich, and if you're poor right now, you're just gonna keep on getting more and more poor. Sadly.
Not specifically. Oh, our camera's gone. If you're watching, you're not watching us now.
Yeah.
You're just hearing us.
Yeah. You're just hearing us. You're not seeing us.
I guess we're back. That's right. It's time. We're back. We can do anything on without the camera on. It's great. Hey, you just heard a bunch of songs, including, but not limited to, Girl Trouble doing Louisiana Peel. You heard The Neighbors doing Dark Cold Heat. I think that's what it was titled, Dark Cold Heat. Let me double check that because I've transcribed it to a different source. And yep, Dark Cold Heat. Yeah, just wanted to make sure it wasn't Dark Cold Heart, and I'd mistyped. You heard 13 Scars doing Better Time. Elkin Bohr did XO, and Roderick started us off with Time.
Time won't give me time. I'm just gonna do that for the rest of my life.
To sing whatever, singing
Yeah.
Culture Club songs.
I've tried to sing Culture Club for karaoke, and it's not even the way he sings his songs. It's actually his pace. He sings very fast pace, even though the song may seem like a slower 80s jam kind of thing. If you actually look at the lyrics and pay attention to his breathing and what he's saying, it is so hard to keep up with him and to try to sing the way that he does.
He was coked out.
It's just insane.
Yep.
You know, but it's so weird because it has this illusion, especially with the music videos, of how slow they are. Yeah, and it's just like,
the music and
it's
everything
so
is going
freaking
slow to
crazy.
them because they're all jacked up on coke
Yeah.
and they're all just going super fast.
Well, I was talking about this with someone the other day. Is that when you record a song, it's so slow. Like, and unless you've done it, you really don't understand this. But like, it's not the same. You're rocking out. You're just furious, and then you come and listen to it, and it's like, oh, it's so slow. That's too slow. You know? but really, it's not. That's how you just played it, and that's how you always play it. But you're just like you're used to it from a different perspective, completely.
Isn't that weird?
Mm-hmm. It is.
Isn't that really weird? Like when you make something, and it's just you will always think of it differently than someone else does.
Yeah.
You know, it's so weird.
This was a separate conversation that I've also had on the show several times, but I had it with another person the other day, and that is that, like, I'm trying to get a lot of music from people's past, and people aren't always comfortable with their past. They're not always comfortable with their art, their music, things they created for different reasons. They're not comfortable because they don't like a member of the band, or they never liked that band or the music in the first place. They're just in it because it was a vehicle to get better or do something or whatever. There's just so many different reasons. The band was great and amazing and one of the best things in the world, but then it fell apart because someone quit or someone got strung out on drugs or someone screwed someone else's girlfriend, and then it's all over, and all of those great memories are ruined. All those great
I don't want to
songs.
hear that song ever again.
And it's irrational because that art still has all of the potential it ever did, but nonetheless, like, it doesn't change how they feel. Like that pain's very real, or that whatever resentment, whatever
it's
it is.
true, and it brings it right back. It's like a time warp.
Yep. And sometimes, like, you know, and I've been through these experiences with people where you can get through a song or two, but then they hit get that one song. It's like, oh yeah, that one represents a lot of conflict for me because I wanted something from this song, but that other person didn't want that. That other person got what they wanted, and I'm dissatisfied. And I'm dissatisfied to this day. And thanks for rubbing it in my face.
Forget you, man. The song was better the way that I wanted to record it. But I can understand that. I'm a very emotional person, so I can understand how that, you know, it's like when you're in the car and a song comes on, and for some reason you're 16 years old again, driving down a dark road, listening to the song, crying your eyeballs out. And it's so weird how you could just go into that warp. And it doesn't even matter if your day was good. You could have had the best day ever, but that song just freaking just took you back. You know, and then you feel all the things, and so I can understand if it's your own song, how that would even be even more overwhelming. You know, because you made that song. You were there every step of the way. You were there with all the drama. You know, I want to do it this way. I want to do it this way. You know, all the things. Even more than that. Sometimes it's more than that.
Yep.
Sometimes you want to be the singer and you don't want to be the drummer. Just, you know, there's multitude of things.
Yep.
But that's the thing about music and life, though, too. That's the special thing about music and life is it can do that to you. It can be that emotionally connected to you. And you might have never remembered a memory, but for some reason, you're at the grocery store and you hear that song and you're like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that. You know, and like people forget their vacations a lot. And I always tell people, take pictures. Sure.
Yep.
You don't really have anywhere. You're not going to obviously print out 500 photos. But take enough photos that you're actually going to remember your vacation. Because you're not going to remember. You're going to remember it, but not really. You're not going to remember the little things.
Yeah.
You know. So, yeah.
Yep, I've tried to get into taking pictures more gradually, and I gradually do. But like it's not something it's something I always envisioned I would do, but since I never did it, it was hard to incorporate it into my life. Now I try to a little more and more, take a little more pictures, and
it's always good. It's good for everybody.
I bought a camera to try to get myself into taking pictures and stuff, and Ashlee wanted to take pictures and stuff, so I figured I'd buy this camera and try it out and stuff. And I haven't really had a chance to mess with it too much, but it's a pretty cool camera.
Cool.
So
yeah, I want to record on it, just live videos and and I don't have a diary, but I always thought, I kind of want to start writing stuff, during the day. Not necessarily a note to myself. I'm like, so today I had breakfast and I had toast. So I felt pretty sad about my toast because it was burnt on the left side. But I would like to remember more of the things I think about, because you forget about that.
Yep. And also, the doing of the thing is an experience. It's so whether it's writing a blog or whatever it is you're talking about, like we're doing a podcast, and this podcast is what it is, but it's an experience that we will take away from a lot of we've developed skills we didn't have before we started doing the podcast. For one of those things, one of the or we've honed some skills like talking into a mic and addressing people.
Sometimes,
sometimes, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, and there's things that you don't realize that years later you'll be like, oh, because I did this thing, I'm able to do this thing or whatever. I like it.
That's what I'm most excited about in the future, is just seeing what we talk about now and then seeing where we are 20 years down the road. And looking back on this, I mean, maybe our views have changed, or maybe we're not the same, or, we're the exact same fucking way just 20 years later. So, yeah.
Oh, well, gotta wait and see.
There's a lot of different art and hobbies that were, and this goes back to bands. So many things are, when encapsulated, just a dead end. It's like, oh, I did that thing that was such a waste of 3 years or 1 year or 6 months. And it isn't a waste. It was an important thing, whether you like it or not. Yeah, those experiences are great to have. Like that's, if they'd known that it was going to be a short thing that was going to end painfully, they may not have entered into it in the first place. So it's best that they just go through it and because it was a good thing to go through.
Yes, every path you take, whether it's good or bad, you learn something along the way.
Yeah, try to err on the side of good and make mitigate losses and make practical decisions and lessen your mistakes as much as possible. Heed warnings. There's road signs. So many things in life at this point are well trodden. They've been done. There's not a lot of new and unique. So you can just look around and say, oh, there's good precedent here, track record for this being a good way to go or not so good way to go. This is healthy. This seems to be unhealthy. This is sustainable. This is not sustainable.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll still make mistakes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody does. Even the most perfect of people make mistakes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's being human.
Are we human?
Flesh and blood.
Human League. Yep.
I'm just human.
That wasn't my favorite song by Human League.
I just love the I always keep looking at the camera. I don't like having these songs in commercials, but there is also this thing about it's bringing it back and it's making you remember it. I'm kind of tired.
It reminds me of songs,
them,
but it pisses me off at the same time.
I really liked that insurance. I think it was like a car insurance or some commercial,
especially when they get somebody else to sing it, then they change all the words, and then it's like, ah.
So there's such a fine line here, and it's so hard and so blurry and inconsistent. But so I don't have great examples, but I've got some examples of there was a song that was on a commercial once. It was a commercial jingle. It was just a little snippet of a song, and a dude heard it, and he's like, "Oh, I could make that into a whole song." And it's that song that the Carpenters did. I've only just begun.
Oh yeah.
To live.
Oh Oh yeah.
White lace and promises. So there's that's just a portion of a song from a bank commercial from the 70s or something, and some dude heard it. I think it might have been Paul Williams, and he's like, "Oh, it's a hit song," and he did it and he wrote it, and it was brilliant. And so that came from a commercial, and that is like that. There's no right or wrong way to do things. I heard a song from a commercial that I wouldn't have heard if it had not been for that commercial, or at least I'd never heard it anywhere else except for that commercial. And it was a song by the Teddy Bears with Iggy Pop singing, and it was Punk Rocker on a Cadillac commercial. And it was just like, yeah, this is like 2007. I heard this song, and I only heard just a portion of the song. I don't even think I heard Iggy Pop singing. I just heard this music, and I'm like, I need that music. I need to hear that whole song.
I think Iggy Pop's version of China Girl was kind of the same thing. I never even heard of Iggy Pop. And then I was like, who's this? And I actually think I heard Iggy Pop's version before I heard David Bowie's. So going from Iggy Pop's version to David Bowie's was kind of like a whoa.
Yeah.
Those two different versions
two
of the song.
different artists, totally big time there.
But the commercial, honestly, the final countdown has been on so many commercials. There's just certain songs that have been on so many commercials that you're just like, what the hell? But you know what? Those people that made, I think it was the Cheez-Its, but it wasn't the regular Cheez-Its. It was something else, and it was talking about being crumbelievable. And that commercial fucking kicked ass. They were like kicking the box, and all this cheese was like coming out of the box. It was like they were going hardcore on this commercial. And to this day, I only have one screenshot of the commercial, and it's just cheese and a blue box and the people kicking it. It's going, it's crumbelievable. And I'm like, you just got me invested. I'm about to go buy that freaking cheese box right now. You got me pumped. About to freaking put on some Marky Mark and work out in the freaking living room. It's unbelievable.
That's great.
Gonna work out for those Cheez-Its.
Work those Cheez-Its off.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Is that EMF who does that?
Yes.
I like the song.
It's a great song.
I think it's the original. For those who may not know, it's not crumbelievable. No. It's is it unbelievable?
Unbelievable, yeah.
It's unbelievable. Dun 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 I love that song.
Yeah, that was a good song. All right.
Good song.
Anyway,
we're wrapping it up. Time to end the show.
All right.
Chris is singing, and that's how we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you can't see us on the camera, but I'm looking at y'all, and y'all ain't looking at me, but I'm here and saying goodbye.
Bye, everybody. Like and subscribe and share the show, and there's links to the description, links to the bands in the description down below. And thanks for all your support. We appreciate it. And
support local music in your area. And see you next time.
Yep. Goodbye.
Cheerio.
Don't crawl around looking for something you may have lost. Walk the other way in searching grounds you have yet to walk. I heard that some people choose to never move alone. Haven't found a way to claim that idea for my own. So what's the score now, honey? I forgot what we're playing to. 'Cause when we both go running, I don't know what it went or who. So what's the score now, honey? I forgot what we're playing to. I forgot what we're playing to. I forgot what we're playing to. Cause it's all the same. I'll offer the world that we could have someday. Fall into the same routine. I'll cover my eyes until you walk away. Cause it's all the same. I'll offer the world that we could have someday. Fall into the same routine. I'll cover my eyes until you walk away. Cause I see it all the same. I'll offer the world that we can have
did we know this local big head nigga named Rico started feeling his pockets was getting a little thinner since we got there.
Hey dog, them fools go right there.
Trouble was right there on that corner, staring right at us.
Yeah, they rolling hard too. They slanging real good, real good.
Round here, round here. Round here, round here. Round here, round here.
What you doing around here? All my niggas getting dough around here. All the bitches fly around here. What you know around here? Too much to cope, everybody smoke, never letting go. Stay focused when you come around here. When you come around here. When you come around here. Give you a good game one time. The power up now gon' shine. What you know around here?
Round here, round here, round here, round here. Don't know who to trust, staying solid is a must. Keep your mouth shut and get cut. Round here, 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 round here. Who you know round here, round here, round here. If not, it can't go around here, round here, round here. Keeping it solid, keeping it started. Outside is the target. Who you know around here? Step foot in the darkness, come equipped with no harness. Pay attention to warnings, come with insurance round here. Everybody shooting, it's the move around here. Faces the newest foolish. You cruise around here, you wanna make money, but don't do it around here. Handcuff your bunny round these lion, tigers, bears. Coming to the city of cricket smiles and blank stares. I'm pointing traveling the miles, they gon' get no love here. Pull your street files and see that the show's here. Living in more fear, cause you snitched last year. Stupid intruder, you wanna trap my peers? Calling the shooter, we and all that right here. Didn't see nothing, blind eyes and deaf ears. You wanna survive, but don't come around here. All the females fly, my partners poppin' collars. Hustle striving every day, what it takes to make a dollar. Everybody wanna ball, kick it like soccer. Across the globe, to our home, trying to stop us. Connect with airlines was poppin'. Time to go to war, strategize and start plotting. I'm the one that like to brawl, everybody start boxing, lose, win the draw. Hope nobody end up in the coffin.
What you doing around here? All my niggas getting dough around here. All the bitches fly around here. What you know around here? Too much to cope, everybody smoke, never letting go. Stay focused when you come around here. When you come around here. When you come around here. Give you a good game one time. The power up now gon' shine. What you know around here?
Round here, round here, round here, round here. Don't know who to trust, staying solid is a must. Keep your mouth shut and get cut. Round here, 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 round here. Who you know round here, round here, if not it can't go around here, round here, round here.
Might have to drop a dime on them niggas.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta stop it.
I don't like that shit.
For sure, bro.
I don't like that shit.
Your disrespect, it means nothing. This is who I am. You'll never change me. You are nothing more than a hollow shell. Oh, do nothing but criticize the life around you. I can't see through your lies and your ignorance.
broken glass and cobblestones, memories that fade like gold. Trust in me when I say I can't promise better days. So maybe someday I can fix my mistakes. I don't know, cause I'm falling apart. If you think that I'm wrong, well you can hurry along when it's on. I'll tell you and I'll meet you at 1 to make sure they don't know that you'll be bringing a gun. And besides, I can carry on, move it along to the verse and the curse that you buried along with me. It's hard enough to take it all away. I won't say it's hard enough to take it all away. One more thing that I want you to know is be sure to complete all of the forms that you see. If you don't, they can follow you and fuck with your dreams. And besides, we don't really want to see what they mean. It's control all the areas that really redeem and move thought to a level and a higher degree. If you think that I'm a liar, you can look in the box. If you think that I'm not, well, you can travel along with me. It's hard enough to take it all away. I won't say it's hard enough to take it all away. I won't say it's hard enough to take it all away. It's hard enough to take it all Just trust me, just trust me. You gotta have a hustle. You better move your muscle. Just trust me, just trust me. You gotta have a hustle. You better move your muscle.
We go hustle, push, make sure all my hits selling good about your record store. You my people, I'm your man. In artist life, the bit no fans. Without the fans, ain't no sale. In every company, you know that's hell. Competition everywhere. Got the artists struggling and striving, trying to get their stuff laid on the air. But I don't care, I don't be tripping off that there. As long as they get a club, bouncing, sugar, shaking their dairy. How you do that there? Understand what I'm talking about. I can be found up north, I can be found down south. Distribution deal, nationwide covers all. Guaranteed to get my paper from all around, y'all. Just hustling.
Just trust me, just trust me. You gotta have a hustle. You better move your muscle. Just trust me, just trust me. You gotta have a hustle. You better move your muscle.
Expensive album covers and bumper stickers and t-shirts, making sure my heat get promoted right on every turn. You gotta spin the wind in the sky, and that's for sure. You better have them posters posted up on all the telephone poles. Saturate the market, man. Get your scripts, manufacture plenty, man. If you make it, certified gold and platinum. That's the status. That don't happen overnight, though. This rap game take years of practice. Talent shows, conventions, national attention, trying to gain recognition, just to get a little mention in the source of the rap pages. Excellent reviews blowing up this case. Rick's gonna be around for ages.
Just trust me, just trust me. You gotta have a hustle.
signing dotted line, you better get your lawyer. Look over them contracts well, don't let the major players destroy you. There'll be sunny days, dark weather. Gotta stay strong, keep it together. Paying your dues is part of the game. Hard times ain't gon' last forever. Competent management is a must need. I ain't saying I know everything, but I know you better take heed, cause greed is the word. Everybody wanna be served a piece of the pie that you done back. Even your family gon' hate, and that's real. Stay on top of your toes, don't lose your vision. Hang around a positive team so you can accomplish your mission. The more knowledge, the more power, like they say. Studying up on the music business and hustling your product every day. Just hustling.
Don't need no two close to cash, hey, we're broke.
Hey!